Recently, we bought this house as an investment property and we're gonna fix it up a little bit. And we told you guys our all-in budget is $20. How is that possible? Let's explain.
My beautiful wife Haley and I are resellers, meaning we go to flea markets, thrift stores, garage sales, wherever we can buy things super cheap, and then we try to flip those items online for a profit. In today's video, we're gonna take our $20 budget for this renovation to the Goodwill outlet and see how much money we can make to cover the cost of phase one of this house project.
$20 budget. Let's see what we can find. Let's try that. Birdie hunter. That's cool. That's a golf club head cover from Ogio. Look at that. Lightweight too. We're looking for lightweight things that are cool.
So phase one of the $20 house flip is going to be demolition. And since Haley and I are going to do the work ourselves, the only cost associated with that is the dumpster rental, which is going to be $420. So that is going to be our profit goal for today.
That's kind of cool. Little Star Wars plush. Plush are only going to be $1 per bag. So that is obviously going to be a great thing to start out the challenge with. A bunch of Beanie Babies. Too bad they're worthless.
Unicorn Build-A-Bear. My Little Pony. Those can sometimes do pretty well. How are you doing today? Good. Some Build-A-Bear. It's cute. Got a Squishmallow right there. Ooh. Got a Nintendo Switch case. It's pretty cool. Oh, these Christmas trees with the fake snow everywhere. Mountain Dew Dale Jr. car. Oh, is this a Dooney and Burke? Yeah. Wow. Oh, I see that Carhartt logo. Nice. Good condition? Yeah. See, I see Omnitech down here. Which is usually Columbia. Extra large windbreaker. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. A Nike shirt. It's pretty cool. It's actually like a little sweatshirt, size small. Nike center swoosh. I love digging in the bottom of these bins because sometimes they're just not gone through yet. Finding a couple jackets. This is a Columbia, size 2XL. Really nice condition. And then also finding a North Face, women's medium.
So I've been going through this bin here of like a bunch of hats. I mean, they're kind of cool. They're just mostly in like really bad shape, but I just found this one. Vintage snap-on camouflage hat. It does have like all the insides are coming out, but you can hit that with a vacuum and just suck it all out. I think as long as the snapper works, and I think it's still wearable, it just doesn't have that foam. This is awesome for sure. Definitely gonna get that. What is this one? There's the difference. Another snap-on just sitting on the ground. Oh my gosh. Again, really bad condition, but I think that'll be worth trying to save. It's a nice little tropical snapback, made in USA. Blank. Those are easy to sell.
Jansport made in USA. Yeah, we'll grab that.
Got a little Sesame Street plush here, still new with tags. Toy Factory. Grab that. When we look for plush, we look for recognizable characters. Like this looks just to be a horse, random brand. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Okay, so I just picked up this coat and I was like, this is so heavy. It's like a cute little pea coat, but it's Columbia and it's a men's. Wow. It's gonna be heavy though, so hopefully it fits in our $20 budget.
Another hat here. This is Gas Monkey Garage. I'm pretty sure that's a garage from like some TV show or something. I've definitely heard of it before. And usually with stuff from TV shows, it still has at least some fan base, so something like this would probably sell pretty well. Let me look it up. Gas Monkey Garage hats. There are 111 listed and 67 sold, so not bad. Let's see what used ones are going for. Oh, there's the exact one. Sold on best offer, 20 bucks plus shipping. So I think that'll be worth it. Cool LL Bean jacket. It's got some detailing along there. Oh, Wildwood 1993. Well, at least you know it's vintage. That's a pretty small embroidery. I think I'm gonna get this. I don't see any holes or anything, any burn marks. You always gotta check jackets for burn marks. People get too close to bonfires and it burns a hole in their jacket. I think that's good. It's also very lightweight. Another plush here. Oh no. Oh, from Kung Fu Panda. That guy?
Let me show you another move. The dramatic exit. What's that?
Yeah, on him. Starbucks Christmas tumbler. Looks clean. Starbucks cups are almost always worth it. Almost always worth it.
Okay, I think I did pretty well today. I did pretty well on that last folding bin that I was going through. I ended up putting the big puffer Columbia like pea coat thing back just because it was going to be really heavy and probably like a fourth of our budget. But I have a pretty big bag here. Josh is currently going through and putting all of his plush in a bag. We're going to get an entire bag for probably, what is it, like 50 cents today?
It's 50 cents today,
Yeah. Didn't show you this, but I got a Dooney and Burke.
Oh, nice.
Dooney and Burke bag.
It's missing the duck.
Oh no.
How important is the duck? I mean, the bag's real. The stitching's all great. It's got the white line on the inside.
I don't know. I feel like we could get a couple bucks on it and whatnot, but it's up to you based on our budget.
Let's see what. Let's hold it for the end to see how much everything is.
Okay. So I didn't get any like crazy plush. We don't pick up a lot of Build-A-Bear these days, but I do pick up the ones that are like fun, bright colors.
And she's got a little friend.
Yeah, she has a friend. Yeah. So I picked up that. I picked up unicorn thing, rainbow thing.
Build-A-Bear. Okay.
Got a little My Little Pony.
Okay.
And a little squish. Nothing too heavy, hopefully. So hopefully we will come under our $20 budget.
We'll see. It's gonna be close.
How's it going?
How you guys doing?
Okay.
Got a bag of plush here, and everything else should be regular.
All right.
Hopefully we're under $20.
Yeah, let's. What does that weigh?
15 pounds.
Okay, we should be good.
15 pounds.
Sweet.
Awesome. Under budget. Look at that.
And your total is 14.75.
All right.
Could have gotten the Columbia jacket.
You want to go get it?
Should I go get the Columbia jacket?
You definitely should go get it.
Okay.
Once we still have money.
Columbia acquired.
Let's go make sure it's under 500.
285.
285. We get.
Sweet.
So now that we had all this stuff from the Goodwill outlet, we had to actually get it sold. And over the last year or so, the easiest way for us to sell things has been using an app called Whatnot. Actually, it should be this way, Whatnot. And Whatnot just happens to be the sponsor of today's video. These days, Haley and I are doing about 2 to 3 shows per week over on Whatnot, and we personally choose to start all of our items out at just $1, and the auctions only last 30 seconds per item. So it's fun, fast-paced, exciting, and people can often get some really solid deals. We're choosing to sell today's Goodwill outlet haul exclusively on Whatnot, primarily for the convenience factor. We're not going to get top dollar for all of the stuff we picked up today, but all this stuff will sell within 30 or 45 minutes, however long it takes us to do the show, and we'll be able to take that money and put it towards phase 1 of the house flip. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already signed up for Whatnot in the past. Maybe you've even come to one of our shows and purchased something from us. And if you have, I definitely appreciate that. Fist bump. Boop. But if for some reason you haven't signed up for Whatnot yet, now is the perfect time to do so. You can click the link in the description of this video down below and you would get $15 to use to buy anything on the app. It doesn't even have to be from us. Get this, I don't even know if I can tell you this, but you sign up with the link, you get a $15 credit. You can use it to buy anything on Whatnot from any seller. And if you do that, you sign up and use that credit, we will get $50 in cash as a referral bonus. So you spend $15 for free, just pay shipping on any item, and then we would get $50. So if you wanted to support the YouTube channel in any way and you didn't know how to do it, this is the perfect way to do it. You spend free money and we get real money. I literally cannot think of a better situation. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Thanks again to Whatnot for sponsoring today's video. Let's get all this stuff from the Goodwill bins today loaded into a Whatnot auction, get it sold, and see how close we have come to our goal for phase 1 of this $20 flip house. So we completed the Whatnot auction. The cheapest thing we sold was the USC Gamecocks t-shirt, and the most expensive thing we sold was the Columbia pea coat. All in all, we sold 31 items, and we walked away with $326.42 after all fees and expenses. But because that is short of our goal for the dumpster, we had to head back to the flea market to buy some more things to see if we could make up the difference. It's little amiibos.
He's bringing out more shoes.
Oh yeah. What you got on these little amiibo things?
$2.
$2. Yeah, could you do 20 for these shoes and those 3 things? You were $2 a piece on those, so it's a $1 discount. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
I haven't even got little Masters buttons on there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. A little Disney Jungle Cruise.
Added to the pile, we're getting all green stuff. The Disney Jungle Cruise, Mountain Hardware, Green Grinch edition, and the Masters.
What about 40?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Three of them in there. Thank you. We appreciate it. What do you want for the light?
I'll take 25 for it.
$25.
There you go. Got it. Thank you, dear. You
Appreciate it.
enjoy.
It's gonna go in our living room.
Oh no. It's a cool duty.
I got a lot of shoes you don't want to know.
You always have a lot of shoes. I think it looks cool like that. It adds character.
$10.
She's giving us a good deal.
That is a
and
good
you
deal.
don't
I'll
wanna
do
move her.
$10. $10 for that.
So we sold all this stuff on another Whatnot show, and prices were really good during this one. The Red Bull light alone sold for $121. The Dooney and Burke purse sold for $45. So after everything was said and done, we walked away with $229.73, bringing our total budget for the renovation to $471.15. So although we have found enough profit in today's video to pay for the dumpster, it is still not here yet. They said they were going to be here today. They didn't give me a time frame. So we're going to go ahead and get this demolition started. I think Haley's going to do these floors. We're not going to tear up this linoleum because there's probably asbestos and stuff all underneath that. We're just going to take up the plank flooring here, and I'm going to go ahead and start tearing out the stuff in the kitchen.
I'm very excited.
Pulled off this laminate countertop, and there's a bunch of stuff left in the drawers, but most of it's junk. But this, I think this is like one of those disco balls maybe. We'll plug it in and see. I don't think it's ever been used.
Look at that!
Yeah.
It's party time.
I wonder if it changes colors. Oh,
It does. There's the green.
What do you think this is worth on eBay? 10 bucks? There you go. I was trying to poke a hole through this from the front, but I think it's easier to go from the back right here. Hello? So we got the sink out of here. It gave me a little bit of a hard time, but we got everything cleaned up. You can see how gross it just gets back here after years of like water seeping everywhere. But now that the sink is out, the countertops should be very easy to pull out. Haley, will you hold this for 1 second?
Yes. Fun fact though, for all of you homeowners, don't put grease down your pipes. Because as you can see,
pipe is just filled with all sorts of junk.
there's like paper down there.
I seriously doubt that drain would have drained it all. Like, we didn't test it before we took everything apart, but with the amount of junk down there, there's no way water.
So we're gonna be redoing all these lines down here.
The phone line's not even connected. Just sitting in the wall.
One of these things that has, how do you look at it?
One of them, one of the doors. The other side.
Has one of these like razor blade holes in it.
Yeah.
So, about to find out.
See how many razor blades are back there.
Huh, that's pretty gross.
There's a couple of them. Is that a coin? I figured it'd be stacked with razors. I guess this guy didn't shave a lot. So it has been exactly 1 week since we got our dumpster delivered. It's actually being picked up today, and it is filled with all the stuff we have torn out of this house over the last 7 days. We probably spent maybe 15 to 20 hours total working on this demolition, but it actually saved us about $4,000 in labor costs not hiring out the demolition. As you can see, this way the entire kitchen is gutted. I don't remember the hardest part of the gut. Maybe this board that we still can't get down. I don't know what it's nailed to up there, and there's no like plywood up in the attic, so we can't really get up there, so we'll figure that out. Obviously we have a lot of drywall repairs needed here where we pulled down those cabinets. We're gonna move the oven over to this wall, so we're gonna have to get those wires down there secured. But Haley and I were saying the other day, it just looks so much better just having the space opened up and really see like the full potential of the kitchen. It just looks so much better than having all that stuff in here. I'm not 100% sure what our plans are with the space yet. We've talked about a couple things. The wall, this is a load-bearing wall. As much as we'd love to tear it down to open up the space between the kitchen and living room, we just don't think it's gonna be in our budget. It's not something we can do ourselves, and to hire that out, it would be about $6,500 to $7,000 just to open up this wall here. So that's very expensive. Just not something I think we're gonna be worrying about, at least not for right now. Walking back this way, all this was that pine paneling stuff came down super easy. Haley handled that most of herself. And walking back here, we didn't do anything in there except attempt to take the ceiling fan down. I haven't gotten that one out yet, but we did take this one down in the bathroom, along with the vanity and the toilet. I think this bathroom was renovated within the last, I don't know, 10 to 15 years. The tile is fairly new and it's in good shape. So we think we're gonna paint the tile. They make special paint specifically for tiles. Paint the tile, new vanity, new toilet, some drywall repair in this area, and then this bathtub we're actually gonna leave and then just look at getting it reglazed. They have this like white epoxy stuff that they can spray all over it. We can update all the handles and fixtures and just like epoxy everything white. The only issue is that we need to find a replacement soap dish. The soap dish over here is still broken, and we were gonna try to save the soap dish out of the last bathroom, but we got a little carried away with the demolition and accidentally broke it. Let's head there. Heading back here, we did end up having to take out some of the drywall. We were hoping to save this wall. We saved most of it. We can repair it, but to get back to these pipes was a little difficult. This bathroom was the hardest part of the entire demolition, hands down. The floor was that tile stuff. It had like 3 or 4 inches of mortar underneath. The shower pan was, oh, also that's Beano. We learned the dog's names next door. It's Beano and Milkshake. Beano is the loud one and Milkshake is the quiet one. Hello, Beano. We'll see you later. He's fine. So like I said, the tile had like 3 or 4 inches of mortar underneath it. That actually came up pretty easily. We just hit it with a sledgehammer and it came out in big chunks. The shower gave us some trouble. It looks like they like updated the shower pan in the past. Like the tile and the walls and all the fixtures were original to the home, but down here they actually used like this Schluter board, which is a fairly modern product. So it looks like maybe there was an old leak that they fixed within the last 5 or 10 years. And then the Schluter pan kind of like melded with the fiberglass shower pan underneath that they left, and we just could not get a lot of it up. So we're thinking, and I accidentally busted a hole in the subfloor with the sledgehammer. So we're thinking we're just gonna cut out this whole piece of subfloor right here and just replace it and then do a new shower drain and all that stuff. We're gonna replace all the copper plumbing in the house with PEX plumbing. That's gonna be our next big project. Not that there's anything wrong with copper, we just have a couple leaks down below. And since we're already taking out so much as is, might as well go ahead and replace it. It's about 50 years old at this point and it needs to be updated. You can look at the toilet flange here. This was level with the floor. So you can see that's how much mortar and tile there was to get up to that. So I mean, that's at least 3 or 4 inches, and it was difficult. It took us like a day and a half of work, probably like 7 hours just to get all this done in just this one bathroom, but it was worth it. We're having fun.
And with that, phase 1 of the $20 house flip is complete.
However, because we spent so much of our budget on the dumpster, we are kind of low on funds right now. Whatever that says on the screen is how much money we have to continue with this house flip. So if you guys want to see how we're going to turn that money into phase 2 of this $20 house flip, be sure to tune in to our next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're the best. We will catch you on the next one.